dear ladies, cold February evening, though a sunny day, but still very winter-like. It's the 22nd of February. Olga's birthday. Gosh, we have to send her happy anniversary again before it's too late. And yeah, I just realize it only when I look at dates. Okay, so for today, we read the rest of the file of module 3. And can I ask you, first of all, let's put this, about your overall opinion of what you have been reading? Just like, it's very interesting what you think about this material. Honestly, okay? Just what you think. Marina. Marina, can you hear me? No? I can't hear Marina now for some reason. Guys, can you hear me? Daria says yes. Elira says yes. Zulia, what can you say about today's material? Again, why does my question like disappear in the distance? Oля Yurtsevich, what do you think about today's material? And insights.
The last lesson was more interesting than this one. That was my the material, yes. Some parts of this information I just didn't understand. Just I couldn't understand what she was talking about. So it's like probably it's because I skipped like a half of your course already.
Could be. It could be the reason. All right. Yeah. Your impression, Vera?
How to say? Sometimes, yes, I don't understand why they, like, you can check this in module 2, you can check this, and I had some questions. For example, I thought it, like, word boxes could be given earlier than after, like, earlier than they have learned 42 sounds. And I think something else? No.
So they suggest to give word boxes after the 42 sounds.
So they say, like, yeah, boxes, word boxes, not sound boxes, but word boxes, can be given to kids after they have learned all the sounds. But I thought for some reason that it could be done earlier.
Yeah, I see. I think,
and I had this minor question. Yeah.
I think the reason is that because they have got 5 classes a week and they learn all the 42 sounds quite fast, like in a few months, and they might not really have enough time to do the boxes within the lesson times because they have like an hour a day maybe or so. We have 3 hours a lesson, so it's easier for us to fit in the word boxes together with the phonics alongside. Yeah, probably that could be the reason for that. Like, it's like for a suggestion of an answer to this question. And what else?
Like this minor questions, a little bit of confusion, like this, and to tell you the truth, I forgot.
Okay, we'll get along to it. Zulia, your overall impression about the material this time?
About all the material.
Yeah, like your insights, your impression, just like something.
Oh, I really like this information because it's like a treasure for me. I don't know anything, and here there are so many things that I've never done before. And here is some activities, here some crafts to make some clown faces from the paper plates and other crafts. A lot of information. I don't know about video. Sorry, I don't know about the video, but I have so many questions about the video and this material. Why it's so old, for example? There's no new information about there's no new video with Jolly Phonics?
I don't think this course is updated. Well, first of all, Zulia, I bought it in 2018. It's already been 5 years, okay? They might have updated it by now, and I really hope they have, considering the modern tendencies and everything. But here's
There's
like,
no upgrading.
no, this is like what I have, what I bought, I downloaded it, and like I'm not being served on this material. So if I buy the Jolly Phonics again, the course might be updated. So like maybe somebody decides on getting that course these days, it might have some differences, but yeah, and I think like they created the course and they've been selling it for years, successfully teaching the people the basics and just updating their database with new material and offering it on their website for upgrading the classes. That's why, yeah, if you're interested in upgrading in modern tendencies, you just go to website and check their news and their new releases. This is how I think they suppose you are like updating your materials.
And one more thing, I like these lesson videos, real English lesson videos from the lesson.
Yeah, the videos are lovely. I agree. There's a lot to pick up from them.
Yeah.
Thank you. Marina, any insights, your impression, overall impression?
Yeah, Tanya already just told you maybe in Russian, yeah, that for me there are a lot of details, right? Details that I have never used for kids. And yeah, for sure, maybe some of them I felt like, but like this to start a new group previous year, it was like disaster for me because I just I saw some material. Yeah, I checked everything and for sure just choose something like used my own ideas. But for now, just when you have like already your experience and just got this experience from real teachers, from real information, yeah, like just for now, I just want to say that it's yeah, it's already the different story, yeah, and just perfect. Like what can I say? Like I don't know even. Just no words for that. Just
yeah, a different perspective, and you look at what we have been doing, right? Which kind of broadens your perception of everything. Yeah, it's like
That's true.
A chance to look at Jolly Phonics from different angle. Good, thank you. Then please, Daria.
Of course, I find a lot of interesting things for me, and maybe the main insight is that really should leave all this school attitude behind, because I realize that I have this idea that teachers should be really strict about students' mistakes, and sometimes I had this situation that I understand why the student may learn some details or aspects,
again,
but it's
I understand why what
why he did this mistake, because we didn't learn this aspect or detail, but it's still a mistake. And before I came to BriTannia'School, I was at a loss because I was like, you know, I should correct it, but how can I explain it to him right now? I correct it and so on. And from this course, I realized that we should be more understanding and like chilly about this, about all these mistakes. Yeah. But as I don't have really a lot of practice with phonics, it's like I don't know, a mess for me in my head, because I can't put everything into practice. So I think that I can't pay attention to all these little details as, for example, Zulia does or something. So.
And I have a question. Like there is some information about capital letters here, and my daughter goes to London school and they read the words in capital letters. Like we read the words in lowercase letters, yes, in small letters. And they read the words in small letters and in capital letters as well. And it helps them to recognize later the capital letters in the stories. I think it's good. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's just like another option of introducing the capital letters. What I was thinking, why Jolly Phonics uses this abusive lowercase letter system, almost ignoring the capital letters, because I realized that really we use the capital letters only in specific cases, like for beginning the sentence, for naming the proper nouns, and there is a proper place for the capital letters. Words do not usually come in capital letters, like, you know, in normal writing. So it's just like teaching academic reading from the beginning. And as I see with our way of introducing capital letters only when it comes to it, just like by a little bit, it is enough. Yeah. So what you say is they introduce capital letters for all words to have them learn them. But in my opinion, that's not necessary to, like, we could save that time for something else. But yeah, but that's another option. Yeah, if somebody wants that, that's why not. Thank you for the idea. Anybody else want to say?
Yeah, about the sounds like E, T, with a tail. We write it with a tail.
Yes, yes.
But on
That's
the board, on the video, we have in this model, there was some video when the teacher wrote like a stick with no tail.
Yes, yes, yes.
And that confused me. Well, how should we teach with a tail or no tail like these teachers?
Good question, good question. How should we teach? We want the kids to write in, it's called precursive, курсивные, это precursive, or printed, печатные. And it's totally the choice of the school, of the teachers, of the, like, whoever is thinking on the program. Jolly Phonics even comes, Phonics, precursive, cursive, and printed. It even comes, the whole books come in precursive and in printed letters, all right? So they even have books, and if you pay attention to our books that we have, it says, there's a note here, in printed letters. So the book, the whole book is issued in printed letters. Can you see this on my screen? Yeah?
Yes.
So if you go to more images here, it doesn't say, probably when it doesn't say, it's in precursive, but when it says, it's in printed letters. It's totally your choice. Like when you do the tails, when you use the precursive style, it helps them to connect words into fast writing, okay? So without taking the pen off the paper, writing at the end becomes faster, okay? But in the modern world of a lot of typing, yeah, we probably should not worry too much about it. Because Jolly Phonics was speaking about precursive writing. I don't remember which module this was mentioned is. It's for developing fast written speech. Just think of the Russian language. Do you write in printed or in precursive?
Precursive.
Everybody chooses for themselves. I used to have a boyfriend.
But if a student wrote E like a stick, no with the tail, so we shouldn't correct, yes?
We should teach the same way, okay? I would just like agree with all the teachers to teach precursive so that they can learn to write nicely, all right? But it's not a big deal, you know what? I wouldn't worry too much about this. I used to have this boyfriend who would write letters to me, all in printed letters. Like every letter would be a printed one. And he would write like 4 pages of his love. What is it? What is this, Nanya? Whatever, I forgot. They all in printed letters in every line. So the people choose for themselves how they want their handwriting to look. Yeah, but maybe as they grow older. I know that Some kids get particular about precursive writing and they just like really want it all to be connected and stuff. Somebody does not care about it at all. I have these boys students whose writing is just like a disaster to read. It's just a torture for me to read and understand what they are writing. So very often I have them write and give this to each other to read so that they enjoy their writing themselves and like, you know, think about it as already seeing the result. So yeah, just always think to the root of the question when you think about the result of it, and that will be the answer. Thank you for your opinions. Opinion. Do we count opinions? Remember. How does Jolly Phonics suggest to identify? Глухие и звонкие согласные. And what's the English for глухие and звонкие? What's to say? No volunteers to speak? Save me, guys, from speaking.
I wrote in
They're all
chat.
voiced, unvoiced.
The case is preferable for me, says Kate, if you want to teach them to write fast. Yes, that's what I was talking about. Voiceless and voiced. Yes, we speak about voiceless and voiced, voiced, голосом, voiced, and voiceless. Yes, голоса. That's right. Consonants can be identified by listening and feeling the vibration on the throat. Don't the Russian teachers or primary school teachers do the same? When you hear the vibration, L, G, M, D, you hear the vibration. But when you do, you don't feel the vibration, right? It's the same in Russian. So that's a good way to identify the voiced and voiceless. That's right. Thank you. Vibration in the throat. The next question: if one way doesn't work the other, what is it about?
It is one of the way of activities described in the course earlier to help kids with spelling and with reading. So
Can you give me an example, Vera?
like if the kid doesn't know how to pronounce this or this, they try both ways and they try to understand which one sounds better. But I think it works for native speakers, because for Russian speaking kids, if the English is the second language, this and this, if they don't know the word, they don't understand which one is correct.
Absolutely. So this technique does not really work with us. If one way doesn't work, try the other. Again, they suggest the same with the word book. It's like book, a book. Is it short or long? I personally hear no difference between the long and the short ooh. Book. It's a book. Book, or is it book? Book. Book. It does not. I don't know. For me, I can't hear the difference in length. Though I'm also very particular about the length of sounds, like bed, bad, or like bed, bird, team, what is it? Fast, fast. There is difference, but with ooh, sorry, I give up. For me, there is
And
no
Tatiana, you know,
difference in
sorry,
length.
you know
Yeah.
what? My parents asked me about the difference, by the way, between long oo and short oo sound, and I'm just suggest them do not differentiate for now.
Forget it. Forget about the difference. There is no. There is hardly a word in the English language where the long oo is different. It makes the words different. Like the long and the short oo makes the word different. I don't know a single example. Do you? Hook, hook. No, like true. I don't know. There is not even rule for the long and short oo. It's always some, I don't know, just there is no rule for this. That's very confusing. So Victoria and I in the beginning were trying to figure out the difference between the long oo and the short oo, and then we give up. Like, forget it. It's too hard and it is not worth our efforts. It's just like nonsense because there is like we did not find the necessity to do it. Any thoughts on this topic?
Yeah, just for fun, my my son just asked me, Mom, how to say in the right variant? Beach or beach? Sorry. It's fun.
Yeah, I was teaching, the other day this we were talking about beaches, the beautiful beaches of the city, and like we had so much fun laughing at this word. Yeah, it's important not to confuse them. The shirt and the shit. Yeah, excuse me, I'm sorry. Oh, I was not supposed to do this. But we're learning the language and we have to be aware of these things. How can you tell if oo has long or short sound? In general, the patterns is oo plus consonant plus vowel, long oo sound. Oo plus consonant and the word oo sound. Okay, it's like the basic information, but you will see so many exceptions. All vowels are made through the mouth and are voiced, so you vibrate your vocal cords to make the sound. It is similar to the oo sound, but it is short oo, but not oo. To produce the oo sound, put your tongue close to the top and near the back of your mouth and make a short voice oo sound with your mouth closed. Oo. But in fact, I don't see any point in just like worrying about the foot, pull, push, book, woman. While the longer ones, what are the longer ones? I don't even know which ones are the short ones, which are the long ones. I gave up remembering this difference. Pull, foot. Yeah, it's even double O, but it's short. It's U double L, but it's short. How can you just like put woman, book? So I suggest forget it. Maybe that when it's U, when it's with the U sound, they are more likely to be the long ones, yeah? I love you, the word you itself, it's more of a long sound. But if somebody is interested in investigating the oo sound, you're welcome to. By the way, let's have a look at this video. I hope it's not long.
Would, look, and good. It's a vowel sound, and its technical name is the near close, near back vowel. Remember that the key to pronunciation is physical, and the name tells us about how the sound is made physically. In this case, your tongue is close to the top and near the back of your mouth. All vowels are made through the mouth and are voiced, which means that you'll need to vibrate your vocal cords to make the sound. This sound is similar to the oo sound, but it's shorter. Oo, not oo. To produce the sound, put your tongue close to the top and near the back of your mouth. Then make a short voiced sound with your mouth closed. Oo, oo, oo. The oo sound is normally spelled with the letter U, as in the words education and put. But it can also be spelled with the letter O or double O, as in the words woman and book. Like with all vowels in English, the spelling can be very inconsistent, and you'll always find alternative and unusual spellings of the vowel sounds. It's one of the most difficult things in English, but you just have to learn it. Words don't normally start with this sound, but here are some words that have the sound in the middle. Foot, full, pull, and push. Not many words end with this symbol either. There are a couple of examples, but when we say them by themselves, we normally use the longer oo, like into and onto. But when they're in a sentence, they can be pronounced with the sound. For example, put your violin into the case. Vowels, diphthongs, single consonants and consonant pairs. as well as a video explaining the overall phonetic charts. You can also click on any of the symbols behind me to see a similar video with lots of examples and an explanation about how to pronounce that sound.
Okay, for anyone is interested in this guy's video, so I'm going to share the link to his
Hello,
account.
my name is Colin Monroe.
Maybe to listen to this. I will attach it to our let me see, social media, to our file, so that everybody video channel, so that everybody can then later come over and listen to him. Okay, good. Thank you. Good. If one way doesn't work, try the other. So we can't really rely on this method teaching somebody who has not much idea about how English words sound. Okay, that's what makes a difference to teaching Jolly Phonics style to English learners as a second language. Thank you. Do you give your kids word boxes? What is a word box, first of all? Daria, what's a word box?
It's a box of tricky words.
No.
And I
Word
remember
boxes,
sound words.
Olga, you knows already. She had a task to prepare an instruction for the parents. Olga, you tell us. I can't hear you. Microphone. Olga, microphone.
I'm sorry. So you can give word boxes to kids, to those who can blend words, regular words in class. Only in this case, you can give them word boxes. These
So
are
word boxes look like this, okay? It's a box of a list of words that kids are already able to blend. Yeah, they have learned some phonics and they already use this for reading at home. So you can give like a slip of words to put together with letter phonics cards that we have, like together with these, right? With these cards, to put in their boxes to take home and read it with parents at home. And again, it's important to give an instruction to the parents of like what to do with this, because parents hate when they get something and they have no idea like what to do with it. It's so good that you think in advance and just like imagine yourself the most blonde mom. I'm sorry, I love all blondes, but just like for an allegory. And like, I don't know what to do. Make it as clear so that no one has a question like what to do with it. Like, dear parents, you will be getting these word boxes as kids will be getting these word boxes as homework. Please read them together at home. How do we read phonics cards? And just like you take a word box and for an example, make a video where you in detail explain how to read it. So we're going to read this word as at. If the kids can't read the word all together at once, make sure they read the sounds. If necessary, you can cover the rest and just like with your hand and have them focus only on the sound that they have to remember. Sat, mat. Ideally, they have to see your face when you say this, like pronunciation. Yeah. If this is not really possible, okay, just the sound. Hat, it, like this. And so like every lesson, there will be a new list of words, not every lesson, but once in a while, there will be a new list of words. So please read them together at home to help your children grow with this reading skill faster.
Do we have it in Mikhalova?
Called word
boxes with
word, yeah, it's called word book. So you go to, there is a book or word book, a physical one in Mikhalova. There is one owned by Natalia. She has one, and we have a scan of it in our phonics materials, Jolly Phonics collection, and it's called word book. So it's not possible to download it to send it by link because it's ругается because of the copyright, but it's here. Where is it? Yeah, see, phonics word box, Jolly Phonics word box. It's called. this book is all uploaded. It's in the file, он видит только его владельцу. So you can
Tanya, I
download,
have a question.
just like
Why
him.
these
So you can see,
words?
sorry, just one moment. You can see it only from the account of BriTannia'School. Zulia, if you want this book, I can send it like to you as a file separately, because this can be seen only from BriTannia'School account. And this has, see this list of words. Yes, Olga.
Why you say that these words should be typed? Why, for example, I cannot make a screen and to send to our parents' chat, for example, just
You make them dependent on the telephone and computer. Like some parents try to stay away from computers and telephones. You can, yeah, but it kind of you impose the dependence on the phone. And as soon as I give Alex the phone to do something, he would just get obsessed with the device itself, but not with the focus of like the screen. So I would print just to not to expose the children to devices too much, because they have lots of devices in their life.
Thank you.
So yes.
Can you
the
bring it
file.
to Brilevich? I need to scan it to copy.
You can just print it. I will send you the file. Well, actually, you know what? I can zip it, запаковать, and send it to you as a zip. And in such a way, it will download and it will upload, and you will be able. Yeah, I'll do it right now. You'll be able to download it, Word book. Okay, honestly, ladies, you know what? I did not find this material today as useful as everything we have already read, because this was kind of a summary of what we have been reading about. And it refers a lot to, we read about this in module 2, you read about this in module, you will read about this in module 4, blah, 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 yeah, as you mentioned. So there were quite a lot of things that we have already mentioned somewhere. This Vowel Hand, another story. Has anybody tried Vowel Hand, by the way, in their classroom?
Yeah,
How do you feel?
I found it on YouTube. I will send in the chat right now. Wait, please.
The video?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about vowel song.
Yeah. In our Jolly Phonics chat?
No, here in chat, Zoom chat.
Okay, in the Zoom chat. All right, let's watch it.
Short vowels that we use. A vowel is in every word, every word, every word. A vowel is in every word that we read or write.
And there's A, E, I, O, U. Yeah, I think you showed it to us the other last time. But the hand itself, yeah, so it's like it's E. E, I, O, O. I remember trying this with my kids, but it didn't really work. Maybe if somebody has another way of doing it in a more effective way, we could probably try the long and short vowels. Anyways, this has to be done already after they study all the short vowels, and then on the long sound, all long vowels. And then when this confusion starts, when they can't differentiate between the long and the short, they can have a lesson over on the difference between them. Yeah, but again, if somebody has something to share about the long and short vowel hand, please share whenever you have something interesting, like in our chat, in your lesson plans, or whatever you have a good idea. Oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, I was here all the time. Sorry,
I saw, but the camera was off, so I did not bother those with the camera off. Guys, I did not really come up with a lot of questions from this material. It did not inspire me to ask you more things, just because I say we have studied a lot of this. But maybe somebody wants to add something, to share something concerning this topic, or we can keep going.
Just we are using our phonics boxes instead of that word boxes. I guess we mentioned it like several times already.
No,
I
but
mean,
the point is to put
we
them, to use them together.
but like I find more effective when the kids are making the words out of the sounds and then like read them than when they just have a word and just read.
Yeah, there's like an option, okay? So it doesn't have to be everything. It's just like how you see comfortable.
And that is how like active parents who are really involved in studying and like learning process, they spend their time together with their kids.
Making words,
Making words together, yes. We send the video instructions.
But you know what, Mary? You could give them a word box for the parents as a guide to what words to make. So the parent gets the word box, the parent says the word to the child, and the child has to make up that word, because not all parents know the CVC words that exist and have meaning. Yeah, but if we guide them with the existing CVC words, it would be like kind of more useful for the kids to make real words, not just like invented or the limited number of the words that the parents know. I don't think they know the tip word, the lit, the I don't know, what is it?
I had to send the file when it was the first year of my kids with Jolly Phonics. I sent the file to the parents with the words, like just list of words, not even from Jolly Phonics, not after each book that word section that they have, but the list that we use for speedy reading of different phrases. And I sent the list like of speedy reading cards, and they use them like as a guide.
As well, Olga, when you were recording your instruction, the video instruction, you like this could work to send it in the phone for the parents to suggest kids to make words. Then it's okay to do just digital. But again, except for the video, there should be a kind of a picture separately, right? Because they can't be using the video, like it's not comfortable to use the video to make a pause and to let the kids read from that piece of video.
I mentioned, sorry.
Yes, Zuda.
I mentioned when material is printed and when it попадает везде, где только можно at home, just бросается взгляд, that's better when you have it on Viber chat. Because there are so many Viber chats.
I would totally agree with that, right? It can be lost in the Viber chat, but as soon as you have all these papers everywhere, they are rubbing your eyes. Do you know this expression? To rub one's eyes. They rub your eyes, yeah, and like you see them everywhere, and you just like, oh, that paper. Okay, what else we have to do? So I'm just uploading the zipped file of Jolly Phonics word book in our Phonics section in our Google Drive, so you will be able to download it from your home and just like use it now. Anything else, ladies, or shall we let you go?
One last thing. I like the approach of like, if it doesn't work, try another one. I mean, it's how sometimes like Marina, yes, mentioned about native speakers, that it will work probably with native speakers. With our students, it works in a way when you have speedy reading, for example, or another reading activity, and they read with a mistake, and you say no, and they have like the second chance, and they like try another one. If the second one fails, it's like with diphthongs usually, and some other stuff, not only with yes, they have like okay, no,
and like work. So you see, this way it doesn't work. Try the other.
So okay, then I will listen to Mary. I tried twice, so no, it didn't work. Okay, I will listen. Yes, then like that's what you mentioned on Monday after the lesson with my group. Yes, that they have this feeling of knowledge already because it's their third year, so they start having it. Like little by little, because of these attempts, I believe. like when they try themselves.
Yeah, what I noticed at Mary's lesson, the third year students, I gave them past simple words to read, like spelled, looked, called, and they never said spell it, look it, call it. Not a single student made a mistake with this id. They did not read the ed. They read it like spelled, looked, called. So I did the same lesson in another group with with few years of study, and they did say the look it, call it, walk it, and so on. Yeah. So it's funny to see how after reading a lot, after listening to a lot of English and seeing it, they just like feel it. Yeah, they don't have to be explained that spelled is actually read as spelled, but not spelled. Yeah, and not look it and not call it. That's a very funny, it's a very nice observation I made while teaching kids of different levels. Thank you, ladies. Okay, any insights to add from today, from the lesson, from the reading, from everything? Those who are watching in the recording, if you arrived with some insights, if you liked something from today's lessons, or if you realized, discovered something, please share to the chat. I'm thankful to Julia from St. Petersburg for writing the big feedback to the chat, mentioning her experience. I'm thankful to Zulia that she mentioned the insights and the ideas that she liked. It's very important that you do that, okay? Please don't hesitate, don't be lazy to spend a few extra minutes to share feedbacks. That's very important. That's where we basically learn from, yeah, from our own exchange of information. Thank you, ladies, for coming. It was my pleasure to see you. All right. I stopped the recording.